The day after, why Eberflus had to go. 24 hours later, and it almost feels surreal. It was time for a change in Chicago. Eberflus was 14-32 as head coach of the Chicago Bears, the third worst record by any head coach of this franchise ever. His first year on the job, it wasn't fair to judge him. Ryan Poles was tearing the roster down, and we had over $90 million in dead cap hits. And then last year, we did show a lot of improvement. This team fought hard down the stretch. And even this year, the players on the football field, they still fought hard. He did change the culture in the locker room, but at the end of the day, he just didn't get it done. 14-32 is a record. 2 for 10 on his career in coaching challenges. But the most devastating statistic of all is how Matt Eberflus's teams have performed in one-score football games. He simply finds ways to lose games, and that's why he's gone. A 5-19 career record in one-score games is absolutely horrendous. A winning percentage of just 19%. That is absolutely pathetic. And the coaching malpractice we witnessed in the final minute of the Detroit game on Thanksgiving was the last straw. Reports are that players in the locker room had enough. There were various quotes from players and reporters about what happened in that locker room. The biggest was that Jalen Johnson was the most upset, some even saying that he went crazy on Matt Eberflus. It could just be a rumor, but we know JJ was mad. Players had to be questioning, why did Eberflus not call a timeout? Keenan Allen said, "We did enough as players to win this game," basically putting it on the coaches. Keenan's been in the NFL a long time, and that's probably the worst coaching he's ever seen. Multiple reports said that players were so mad that Eberflus left the locker room immediately after his speech to the players. Things had just gone too far, and he had lost this locker room, and it was time to move on. A 5-19 record in one-score games says everything you need to know. Matt Eberflus simply did not get it done. But look, 24 hours after we fired Flus, it feels great. This franchise feels different. We have a franchise quarterback for the first time in my life. We have draft capital and cap space to continue getting better and building around our young quarterback. We also have a young and talented roster and a general manager that I believe in. And for the first time in team history, we fired a head coach mid-season. Not to mention we have a new stadium on the way too. Things are changing for the Chicago Bears, and it's actually possible that our next head coach is already here. I'm excited about Thomas Brown and what he can do the rest of this season. I'm going to be watching closely. I don't expect too much, but I really think this guy has the potential and a ton of upside. And like I've been saying, it really is a new era of Chicago Bears football. A franchise quarterback, a GM that isn't afraid to fire a head coach mid-season, and a team that's future looks so promising. The most important thing is continuing to develop Caleb Williams. How are you guys feeling a day after we fired Matt Eberflus? There's no Bears football tomorrow, but I have some big videos on the way breaking down Thomas Brown and Ryan Poles. Stay tuned. Please remember to hit that like button for me. And until next time, bear down.